Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
So straight into the action. Lewis Skelly. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Kobbie Mainoo, is someone who can add a nice bit of stability to midfield, Peter. I think he's capable of controlling a game, and I remember when I first saw him, I was really impressed with his courage, the fact that he was always looking to get on the ball, never moved away from anything, always happy to try and bail somebody out. And, you know, you like players like that in the team. And
oh, good effort! Goal! Manchester United! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Number 16, Ahmed.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
That looks a good ball through. He's got away. Goes for a shot! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Minutes is number 19, Mbubu. And for Arsenal, number 20, Madueke. Number 3.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Mount receives it in a good position here. Arsenal making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Saka. And Norgard. That is ended up in no man's land. And Burmo. Shaw. Well, they've got it again. Shaw. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Mainoo. Arsenal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Lewis Skelly. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Lewis Skelly. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now Mainoo. And he's found a way past. Great ball, and he's in here. Calafiori. Martinelli. And that signals the end of the first period. How would you review the first half?
Arsenal really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Bruno Fernandes tries to play it through. Well timed, excellent interception. Zubimendi.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Saka is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
This is a promising build-up. And it's Mount. Now it's Ahmad. Lewis Skelly wins the duel this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Menu gets across to intercept that. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Martinelli opts for safety. Mazraoui. There will be a throw-in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ahmad? He is through here! Stood up well to him there. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, terrific effort! Oh, off the bar! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Bruno Fernandes. No, he's had it taken off him. For Martinelli, not the most accurate pass. And Burmo. Menu. Shaw. Turns back here, probably the best option. Martinez.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now, can they get him away? Great chance! Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mazraoui. Ahmad does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And he's managed to get free. Saliba was in no mood for any of that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Burmo is onto this. Look at the space. Big chance! And that is quite wonderful. About as smooth as it gets. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline.
Number 61.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, OK, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merited due to the quality of the strike.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution in progress.
And we're done. Arsenal have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
And now
The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.